So today I am going to be taking you guys into a little bit of an in-depth look of how I am now editing versus how I used to edit. So editing is hard. And it just became apparent to me this year how I'm actually supposed to edit. I am a person who enjoys lists. I like making lists. However, tackling a almost 100,000 word manuscript, any size manuscript really, is daunting because instead of going through step by step, you have this thing that is complete and you know that it is now your job to go and tear apart your complete thing. That's very hard.
Stop chasing all the city lights. Breathe me in, go on and take your bite. Count on me to make you come alive.
What I used to do to edit is I would write it, finish it, the first draft. Then I would read through for grammatical errors. Then I would go chapter by chapter and all in pretty much a couple of sittings and make sure that the plot structure was flowing, that there wasn't any holes. If you hear a cat screaming, that is my little girl Asuka. I don't know what she wants. She has been literally screaming all day. She's totally fine. She's happy. She just wants to play some more, and we've played like all day, and I really can't take any more time to play with her right now, so I hope she can understand that. She's a little bit of a spoiled brat, but anyway. So I would do that for plot and make sure everything was, there was no holes to fall into, anything like that. And I sometimes would go over to see if there were any, words that were used quite a bit. And then I would also put it through a voice reader so that it would read it to me, and I would catch more things that way. And those were a couple of different steps that I took. This step that I am taking is a little bit more in depth. I believe it's going to be better. It's already proving to be so much better than what I did before because I'm already able to see chapters in here that I don't need. I already found 2 chapters that I'm probably going to cut. One I will move elsewhere into the story, and the other I am just going to 100% cut. It's irrelevant. It doesn't move the story forward. And that's what I'm really getting into with this version of editing, is cutting out what I don't need. So to show you a little bit about what's going on, I'm going through point by point in the chapters and just giving myself a really good overview of each chapter, because from my original outline, things have definitely indeed changed. So I am just taking these little dots from Emma's Euphoric Planner site from Etsy. You can get these in a multitude of different colors, different kind of color schemes. And I'm just using obviously blue for Callum and pink for Colleen, and then for William, I'm using, he has a point of view shift in here, and Sterling also has a point of view shift in here. But they're each just a page, like a page and a half page each. So they're not really that big. However, Callum and Colleen dominate. So that is that. I'm also using coordinated pens. These are the sepia pens. They have the really tiny felt points that I absolutely love. They write so well on happy planner paper. I love it. And so yeah, just gonna show a little bit of that, how I get it going. And this is the easy part because I'm able to see all of my scenes in one glance. I'm able to just read through and see what works, what doesn't work, what might need to be changed. So I'm really excited about this version. And then from here, what I will be doing is doing the whole entire like questions from Sarah Cannon's Publish and Thrive course, which I absolutely adore, highly recommend it that people take it. On step 2, she has a bunch of questions, main points and questions she tends to go over, and they're really, really good ones. Everything from, does the openings of the story have a good enough hook? Mine, even though it's intriguing, it's chaotic and it's really weak right now. Is the overall plot easy to follow? Is it interesting? Right now it's a little bit hard to follow, so I have to smooth that out. What are the stakes in the story? So I'm gonna probably be going back through and upping the stakes. Does each character have a complete character arc? I honestly feel like this is the strongest part of my book, that the character arcs are pretty complete. And does each scene feel necessary to move the story forward in some way, which I have found that I have some scenes that just don't work and I can cut. The good news is this book is about 95,000 words, and I do have room to cut if need be. So I feel comfortable cutting 5,000 to 10,000 words. Anything more than that, and I'm going to be like, but 5 to 10, I am okay with. So let's get going. I'm going to turn on some Chilled Cow because it is my favorite kind of zone out, chill out music to use. And yeah, let's get rereading the story for the umpteenth million time and start writing down what is actually happening in the scenes. So let's go. So now that we have gone through this notebook and I've taken down all of the notes, basically summarized all of my chapters, I can definitely see where I'm going to have to cut. This was all done last week. This week I have been looking at the chapters more closely, really seeing what works, what doesn't work, what might need to be changed, what might need to be moved, and I have put some sticky notes in various places here, right and through here, to basically denote pay attention right here, because this is probably going to have to be changed or adjusted. And yeah, there are definitely going to have to be some adjustments. I am so glad that I took the extra time to do this though, because I have been able to see kind of at a full glance what changes I do need to make. And I was able to put them all down cohesively onto one of these little half sheets of Happy Planner paper that I got from Happy Planner. And it has my scene by scene notes, the ones that I really need to focus on and work on. So from here, definitely one of the things I'm going to be doing is tackling these questions from Sarah Cannon. They're really good questions, and I'm really going to seriously ask myself these questions, go through them. My hair is so staticky right now, but I can actually style it now and put heat on it, which I'm really thankful for. So the silver is up on the top. You can see the rosy gold as it starts to fade back into the silver from the purple. So we are going hopefully to be getting the silver even lower in my hair, so the purple is just like down the bottom. But anyway, hair update. I'm loving it. No longer bleeds on me, which is great. That was 3 months of absolute torture to have your hands, your back, your neck turn blue or purple. That was a little intense. So I'm going to ask myself these questions. I'm going to write them down. Actually, what I might do is just cut this out and paste it onto a page in here, or punch it and put it into the page in here, because I think it will fit if I cut it the right way. That way I can follow along with Sarah's steps once that's finished, what I will be going to do is going into step 3, which is word choice, flow, repetition, repetitive words, unnecessary extra words like adjectives, making sure that I'm using an active voice and not a passive voice, any typos, and showing versus telling. Really want to do well with that. Tense, I feel pretty solid in, but I will be checking for that as well. And those will actually all be their own pass. Like one pass will be word choice, one pass will be repetition, repetitive words, one pass will be the flow, one pass will be unnecessary extra words. I can probably combine a few of those at a time to do them together. However, I'm really trying to be intentional with my time and to do everything as thoroughly and as focused and as pointed as I possibly can, because I do want to make sure that this series for 2021 is the best one that I have so far. So I really want to do it right. So I think I'm going to cut this out and clip these, put these into my book, my little book that I have here. So yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. I have officially finished my Christmas book. So that's the sheet covering up the title. But it's at 24,192 words right now, and that includes back matter and some of the other things. It's 92 pages in vellum right now. To be a paperback in Amazon, I believe you have to have 100 pages. So there's going to be some finagling around. Probably going to be attaching a sample chapter of the first book of my Legend series to the back of this to get people enticed to go read my backlist. Or feathers, since this is contemporary, I may do feathers instead. But yeah, also I have done this pass already. I have, since this is a novella, it's so short, it didn't really deviate from the outline that I originally had, so I was able to not have to do that. I did have to go back through and correct tense. I do have to go back through now and look at repetitive words, which is what I'm going to be doing when I'm done here for that book, because my editor for this November project needs it by the 19th. So yeah, very, very busy. And then of course it's June. It's June, which means, and it's June 11th, which means that we only have like 3 more weeks until Q3, quarter 3. So my Kanban board, as you can see up there, is majority done. Those pink slips that are up there are my own series, my Legend series. That's the audiobooks for those, and since I have clients that I have to take care of before me, the clients come first. So that's why there are so many there, but we are currently working on book 2, and hopefully book 3 will be being started at the end of this month. I really do want those out this year in completion, so all my books are in audio and current. That way when I start releasing this next series for 2021, they can be in audio and be current as well. So keep an eye out. I will be posting up probably twice a week, maybe this next couple of weeks, to kind of show you the process that I'm going through with all of these things, because it's very, very in-depth. It's a completely new way of editing. I've never done this before. However, in my heart and in my soul, it feels like the right way to do things. So I am going to continue on this right path. And then of course, I'll be having to look at my Q3 goals. I can't believe that Q3 is literally like 2.5, 3 weeks away. This year has both crawled by and flown by. It's been a year, and I'm sure y'all know exactly how I feel. It's been a year. So yeah, I'll probably be seeing you guys in a few days when I post up another editing video. So Until then, guys, one love.